Sudan Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan is in Doha Thursday, meeting with Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. This is General Burhan's third trip abroad since August 29th and comes one day after he issued a constitutional decree ordering the dissolution of the Rapid Support Forces, according to the governing Sovereign Council. The Sudanese army and the RSF are locked in a battle for control of the country. The meeting comes amid a flurry of similar diplomatic meetings convened in Egypt and South Sudan. Sudan was plunged into chaos almost 5 months ago when long simmering tensions between the military and powerful Rapid Support Forces escalated into open warfare. The United States is slapping sanctions on Abdelrahim Hamdan Dagalo, a senior commander in Sudan's Rapid Support Forces, and the brother of RSF commander Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo for his connection to alleged human rights abuses committed by the RSF against civilians in Sudan. For more insight, VOA's Paul Ndiho spoke to Edgar Githua, an international relations, security and diplomatic expert at the U.S. International University in Nairobi.
The resolution aspect of the conflict is taking a new angle. The U.S. recently issued sanctions on the deputy leader of the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces. And from where I see it, the U.S. of course claims that he is culpable of human rights abuses. And the truth of the matter is that both sides are culpable of human rights abuses. Now, if the U.S. does not go ahead and also issue sanctions on the senior leadership on Burhan's side, this is going to create a problem in trying to resolve this conflict, because here you have a major world power almost indirectly showing like it has chosen sides. Because to the combatants who are on the ground, they will feel that they were unfairly targeted, that one side is being unfairly targeted. In conflict resolution, we call it this heavy footprint. It's called the heavy international footprint. That heavy international footprint, they need to be very careful on how they try to intervene. So for me, it would have been better if at all the sanctions were issued on both parties and on senior leadership. The very fact that it is Dagalo's younger brother who is being targeted, that is directly targeting Dagalo. It is like firing a warning shot at Dagalo and telling him, we are coming for you next. So I have a feeling the RSF are going to dig in. The RSF are going to become hardliners. They will feel unfairly victimized, and this may complicate the resolution of the conflict in Sudan.
You raise a very interesting angle here, but looking at it from what it is, do you think maybe based on the evidence that they have, they made the right decision?
Both sides are to blame for this conflict. Both sides have committed atrocities. So it may not, I don't want to use the word fair, it may not be prudent or wise to single out one side and remove what we are calling the big stick of sanctions to work, because sometimes sanctions are not effective unless, in my view, you can cut off the arms supplies to Burhan and Dagalo. Sanctions will only hurt the Sudanese people. I think trying to draw both parties back to the negotiating table is the wiser decision, in my view, and to try, because these forces are almost of equal power. One is more legitimate. One could claim more legitimacy than the other one, but these forces are almost equal power. And I dare say Dagalo probably even has the more superior forces in terms of armament and training. So when you start going for his side, he is going to dig himself into a trench, and he is going to now it's going to endanger the whole peace process.
Earlier, you alluded to the fact that once upon a time, Al-Burhan was confined to one area. He could not even leave. Yes. It looks like he's had an upper hand. The fact that he's able to do what he's supposed to do as the leader of that country. He's traveled to Egypt. Yeah. He's traveled to other places. That shows that maybe he's technically in charge of that country.
Yeah, you're right. I like the way you're looking at it. There is that perception. Politics is about optics. Politics is about perception. For he needs to show up, he needs to show his forces that he is not a coward, he is not confined, he is in charge. So he has to play that card. He has to He has to show people that he's still in charge of his country.
That was Dr. Edgar Githua, an international relations, security and diplomatic expert at the U.S. International University in Nairobi, speaking to VOA's Paul Ndiho.